Welcome to another episode of The Inquisitive Analyst. I'm your host, Marcus Udikang. It's the show where we chat with business analysts and project managers about their challenges and triumphs, their ideas and contribution to their field. It's inspiring, it's upbeat, it's exciting, and of course, most of all, well, it's very much inquisitive. My guest today has a long history working with Boeing as a business process analyst, and more recently as a project manager. So she's going to shed some light today about her experience moving to the United States and how she trained with experience and education to become the project manager that she is today. So help me welcome to today's show, Cecilia Garcia. Welcome, Cecilia.
Hi, Marcos. Thank you
Hi.
for having me here.
Oh, you're very much welcome. Well, thank you for joining us from Washington State, so far away, or and yet not too far away, kind of. So today I'm going to ask you a few questions about project management and business process analyst, which you've done. So first of all, how did you become a project manager?
My story is interesting because I came from El Salvador with a background in economics, and I was working in a bank at that time, and I was doing a lot of transactions, and I really want to have a better impact and be part of the decision making process. So in order to growing my education, I discovered my passion as a project management in my graduate program. And during my MBA, I have to select a concentration. And I remember project management was really popular at that time. And I select the concentration in project management. And also in my work experience, I started as a business analyst collecting requirement and helping updating different system application, and eventually I become a project manager. In my educational background, I took a certificate through the University of Washington in project management. I also got my PMP certification, and I got my CSM, certified Scrum Master certification, but always project management has been something that is part of my daily activities. And I'm really happy that I found this passion here in the US.
Nice, fantastic. Now, how have you been able to cope as a project manager during these COVID-19 times?
Yeah, the COVID has disrupted the market in many ways. COVID has changed the way that we interact with each other and when we hope to perform tasks. Like at home, we're more exposure to do TV streaming, online gamings, and to interact with a lot of smart device like Alexa. At work, basically, we are telecommuting 100% of the time. We change our face-to-face communication for online meetings. And we have transitioned all the traditional ways that we were doing business before, and we're more like doing an online platform now. So I definitely think that companies who has digital infrastructure will be better prepared for this changing condition. And in this way, a PM and a business analyst is important to be aware about all these new trends. We're talking about quantum computer, information of things, machine learning, and anything that passion you and something related with technology, because I definitely think that in the future there will be a lot of changes, and the more you know, the better prepared you are, and you are more value to the company. So I definitely think it's never late to start a new adventure and continue your dream in educational and your professional career.
Fantastic, I like that. So you have a number of certificates, right, in various areas like architecture and systems engineering, agile management, mastery negotiation. I mean, the list is endless. Project management, business analysis. I'm overwhelmed when I see your LinkedIn profile. So there are, well, you took some of these from universities, from LinkedIn Learning, from audiobooks or PMI presentations. How have these certificates really helped you add value to your work as a business analyst and a project manager?
Yeah, definitely. Life is about living, learning, and helping others. I have a passion for education, and I feel like all these certificates add a new insight for me to add more value for the companies. I remember like we were working in the digital transformation at the Boeing company, and I studied a class, the transition requirement, and then I was listing the organization. Oh, we need to do more training in model-based engineering. We have to kind of change the way we think, how the new process will look like. And by having this work and education, I think they do a really nice complement, and you add more value because you add new perspective inside, and you get new tools, and you also learn new skill that you can apply in your day to day at work.
Oh, fantastic. And how do you find working at Boeing as a project manager? I mean, what's it like being a project manager at Boeing?
I definitely recommend Boeing. It's a great organization to work for. I have the privilege to learn and have many friends from there, and I really excited every time. I think I grow in my career working at Boeing, and I think the project management role, because it's a big organization, the statement of work can change from group to group. However, you have the opportunity to move across all the enterprise and to learn from all the different teams. And also you get more specialized statement of work compared with the small company. Usually in a small company, you kind of learn everything about the business, but when you work in a large organization, you kind of learn a little bit about, your function and responsibilities.
I know that's true. I've worked in big companies and you feel like you're just a small little thing. Then you work with a small company and you're doing everything. So you were previously a business, well, now you're a project manager with Boeing. And previously you were a business process analyst with Boeing. And Boeing is a huge company. It's been around for years. My grandfather used to work at Boeing back in the 1940s. So I know it's been around for a while. What's the big difference between a business process analyst at Boeing and say a project manager?
I will say like I have been a business analyst for more than 5 years, and I always like, even though I have the title of project manager, using my business analyst skill. But I will say the main difference is like the focus that everyone has. A business analyst is more concentrated to create solution for the organization to meet their goal. And a project manager is more focused on the deliverables, like what we have, what is the status of the project for leadership, are we completing the task? Are we good, to move with the next set of features? And a business analyst is more like on the need of the business. Are we really doing the right thing? And I feel like, the business analysis background is always helpful as a PM, but I would say the PM role, it can be differently in upside organization, but at least at point, is really, really specific, and you help to facilitate meeting, to update the roadmap, to remove impediment, and help the team members to be successful at their work.
Nice. I like that. Have you experienced any challenges when overseeing multiple projects as a business process analyst?
Yes, I experienced many challenges when I'm working with multiple projects. And pretty much what we have to do is try to manage all the different priorities in order to be successful. And I remember when I was working with document management, we have multiple requests from different stakeholders, and we have a different project within the team. And in order to deliver it on time and satisfy all the requirements, so I have to organize and prioritize based on the urgency. Some items you have to do it right away. Some other one, can wait. And sometimes when you do that prioritization, you realize that there are many activities that don't add value, to your work. So my recommendation always is to use the pareto pareto principle. That way you focus on the 20% of tasks that will add more value to you and to the organization, and that will count and will help you to be successful and to reach all your goals and projects.
Fantastic. So you said actually that the Pareto principle, I know, do 20% of the work and get 80% of the value from it. That's fantastic. It's a quick and easy thing to think about, and it's a quick and easy thing to implement, we hope. You're quite an accomplished lady, as I've mentioned before, from the certificates that I've noticed and your degrees on your LinkedIn profile. What's next in your career path? Where do you see yourself in the near future?
I would say I have a passion for education, and I would like to learn more technical skill. I would like to have the CompTIA network and security certification. I also want to learn about the programming language such as Python and Java. I also want to get a certificate in machine learning and also in system engineering. I would like, maybe in the future become a SME in something and help the team to be successful and own a product and help to develop from the beginning, collecting those requirements until the implementation of that product. But I definitely see myself become an SME in something, and adding more value to the company and definitely learning more and improving myself every day.
That sounds quite a good accomplishment and set of goals. That's quite amazing. Any last comments about business process analysts or a project manager in general that you would like the audience to know about?
I would say project management and business analysts are both challenging, rewarding. You learn a really nice skill, like to be organized, to prioritize, to keep track of all the tasks, and to ask questions, clarification questions, so important for the project. I feel like the more you learn, the more prepared you are. You will be better, especially in this market condition, and you will be successful. So definitely follow your passion, develop your talent, and be yourself and be you, and be successful and add value to those companies.
Follow your passion. That's it. That's the key.
Yes.
Anyone in the audience wants to get in touch with you, Cecilia, how can they do so?
They can find me in my LinkedIn profile, Cecilia Garcia, and I will be happy to talk with anyone that is interested or would like to learn more about it. I would say one certificate will take you to the next, and it's definitely rewarding, and I feel, excited, something that I really love and have passion for.
Fantastic. Well, this has been a splendid interview, and I really thank you for your time and for all the valuable information that you've given our audience today. So I want to, yeah, as I said, I want to thank you and have a wonderful, wonderful, splendid day.
Thank you. Same to you, Marcus.
All right. Thank you. Take care.
Thank
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.